A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant legal setback for former President Donald Trump, a U.S. federal appeals court ruled on Friday that many of his sweeping tariffs are illegal. The United States Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit determined that Trump exceeded his authority by invoking emergency powers to impose tariffs on nearly all goods from various countries. This ruling, which supports a previous decision made by a federal trade court in New York, marks a pivotal moment in Trump's controversial trade policy. The court's decision concluded that Trump unlawfully stretched the 1977 International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose these tariffs, which have been a cornerstone of his administration's protectionist agenda. The judges described Trump's argument for the tariffs as a wafer-thin reed on which to rest such sweeping power, indicating that the legal basis for his actions was tenuous at best. Despite the court's ruling, the tariffs will remain in effect until mid-October, allowing the Trump administration time to appeal to the Supreme Court. Trump wasted no time in responding to the ruling, taking to social media to assert that all tariffs are still in effect and labeling the court's decision as highly partisan. He claimed that the removal of these tariffs would be disastrous for the United States. The implications of this ruling extend beyond legal boundaries. It raises concerns about the broader economic landscape. Warning signs are emerging across the economy, with a significant decline in tourism to the U.S., mounting criticism of Trump's attacks on the Federal Reserve and fears of stunted economic growth. As the court's decision reverberates through the political and economic spheres, it remains uncertain how it will ultimately impact Trump's tariffs and the chaotic trade environment they have created. The dissenting opinions within the court suggest that there is still a legal path for Trump to pursue, indicating that the fight over tariffs is far from over. Meanwhile, experts warn that if the tariffs are ultimately struck down, it could serve as a wake-up call for Congress to reclaim its constitutional authority over trade regulations. Trump's ambitious plans to reshape American trade policy could face significant hurdles in the coming months as the administration weighs its options for appealing the ruling. The outcome of this legal battle will not only affect Trump's legacy, but also the future of U.S. trade relations and the economy as a whole. As the case moves toward the Supreme Court, all eyes will be on the justices to see how they will interpret the powers granted to the presidency under emergency economic laws. Will they uphold the appeals court's decision, or will they side with Trump and his administration's aggressive trade strategies? The stakes are high, and the implications could be felt across the globe as the U.S. navigates its place in an increasingly interconnected world economy. As the situation unfolds, one thing is clear. The battle over tariffs is not just about trade. It's about the very nature of presidential power and the limits of executive authority in shaping economic policy. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.